Hi, everyone. Thanks so much for joining me here on the Daily Racing Form YouTube. I'm Gino Buccola, and I'm going to get you ready for Sunday's Woodbine Oaks. It's going to run as race number 9 up at Woodbine on a big day at Woodbine. They have some stakes races. Race number 6 is the Canadian. Race number 7 is the Connaught Cup. The plate trial is race number 8. And then the 9th race, $500,000 up for grabs in the Woodbine Oaks. So let's take a look at the field for the Woodbine Oaks here. You're going to have 3 horses that are exiting. Most recently, the Celine. You have a couple of horses from the Fury. And I thought what makes this race pretty tricky as we look at the field and we can move to the Timeform US Pace Projector, there's a lot of horses in here who have only done their best work on the lead or who just look like they're pretty one-dimensional. You have a lot of Cassie horses in here that are speed horses, like the One War Signal, who's been really quick when at the best. Shifty has been very, very quick and really wanting the lead. And then towards the outside, you have Winterberry, another one who really wants to go. So I'm expecting them to be going pretty quick in this race. So I'm thinking there's going to be an honest pace. I'm trying to project finding some horses that are going to be able to sit off the pace just a little bit in this really difficult Woodbine Oaks. Let's meet the field. Race number 9, Sunday, July the 20th, mile and an eighth on the synthetic. And we start things out with War Signal. She actually faced the boys last time out. She's going to go third start of the form cycle. I just don't know if she can really pass horses. Based on speed figures, if you're looking at her buyers and comparing to the rest of the field, it's not like she's that far behind some of the top contenders, but I just don't really know how good she is or if she can sit off and pass horses. We move to Not a Trouble, who most recently finished 6th in the Celine and was behind a couple others. There were 2 others in the Celine that day. Not a Trouble was chasing a lone speed winner. And I just don't really think she's coming into this race in the best form. For the last 7. And just one of those races on speed figures that would put her in the mix with some of the top contenders in here. Number 3, Ella It Is, showed some late energy in that most recent race, kind of ran in some spots there, but she's another, when you look at her form, I don't really know if she wants to pass horses all that much. She's going to have to get a lot faster on the buyer scale based on what she's been doing recently. We move to Innistree Isle, who to me is a player in here. There are only a couple horses that have really showed that they can sit back, they can pass horses, and they should be fine with the mile and an eighth distance. I think one of those horses is this one, the number 4, Innistree Isle, who was 5th, about 3 lengths off in between horses, and was very strong late in that June 21st race at Woodbine. Moving to major speed player, and that is Shifty. Now, this filly wasn't as quick as her stablemate Winterberry when they faced off in the Fury last time out, but Shifty drew the rail. So Shifty had to make a decision early on and was decided to take back behind horses. And I think that may have been the difference between winning and losing. Got out and got an opportunity to try to pass the leader late, but another one who just really hasn't passed horses. I'm expecting Shifty to be handled with speed in here. I think they're going to try to put this one right back on the front end. She's not on the rail this time. I'm expecting a big bounce back from Shifty. That 85 buyer speed figure, 2 starts back, is one of the best in the field. She'll go third start of the form cycle. Up next, it's our Canadian Apple, who was disappointing last time out. She actually lost to Innistree Isle, the number 4, after a pretty nice debut race. So just a little cold on this horse, who's still a maiden in here. Want to see a little bit more. I think Reveler's Row is really interesting. What I like about this one, she's been a mile and an eighth. Yes, she didn't win that race most recently. She was on the lead and she got passed, but she did battle back. She's proven that she can get a mile and an eighth distance. And in that race, she lost to an older filly. So she faced older. She was facing Open Company, and she was a horse that went a mile and an eighth, where most of this field has not gone the mile and an eighth. I hope that in this field with a couple other speed horses that Reveler's Row takes back, would love to see her sitting maybe 3rd or 4th in here. No Time was another one coming out of the Celine, chased a lone speed winner last time out, and look at her victories. They have both really been right on the front end. We don't know how much she wants to pass horses. Moving to Crystal Visions. This is an interesting horse in here. Crystal Visions, the number 9. Dam of this one won at a mile and a quarter. 3 of 4 siblings won at a mile and a 16th, and 2 of them won at a mile and an eighth. I think this is a horse who should have no problem going a little bit farther. In her most recent race, it was at Woodbine on June the 14th. It was a pretty good effort. She was inside. She was 4th. She was 2 lengths off behind horses. And the winner made a wide move and was in the clear. She was kind of stopped and had to wait and then duck down to the inside. That was a pretty good effort from her. She'll now get Lasix for the first time, and she lost to a horse named Tis Her Money, who came back to finish second next out in the grade 3 Celine. I think Crystal Visions is one that can be passing horses late in here. Aristella, next one up, could be better with some pace to run at in this field, because this is another one of those horses who isn't necessarily as quick early. I just don't know if she's as good as some of the other proven closers in here, but I feel like in this big field, she will get a nice setup. That's Aristella. The stakes winner, Winterberry, is next up. She really wants to lead, as we've seen in her victories. 2 of them, she was right on the front end, and that's when she does her best running. She doesn't really want to sit off and pass horses all that much, but as is the case with some of her stablemates, they all seem to be pretty quick early on, or at least a few of them want to push the pace early. I'm not sure if she's going to get the best trip from way out wide. We round things out with a maiden, Diarum, who's not even able to finish second yet in this 1-7 career start. So I could see maybe a minor award, maybe an underneath finish. But for me, I was looking at a couple of the horses who I think can stalk and can pounce a little bit, because in this big field with so many of these that are proven speed horses, I'm just handicapping it like it's a race that's going to play to somebody from off the pace. So horses that I'm looking at in here, I hope that Revelers Row, the 7, sits off the pace a little bit. While she showed speed in her most recent race, they did not go that fast. I think she was just getting to the lead there, and I love how she battled back. She's proven going 1 1/8 miles. 7, 5, 4, 9 for me. Whoever you play, however you play them, we wish you the best of luck in the Woodbine Oaks.